Before you fall in love with a home, let's make sure you know how to evaluate it holistically. Hey everyone, I'm John Barczak, a realtor with Integrity Real Estate, and this is Maryland Real Estate with John, where we break down the home buying and selling process step by step. In the last video, we talked about how buyer representation works, the buyer-broker agreement, and the new rules around compensation. Today we're moving into the house hunting stage, including how to search strategically, how to evaluate neighborhoods, and how to compare properties without feeling overwhelmed. Let's jump in. House hunting is exciting, but emotion is the #1 thing that throws buyers off course. Instead of starting with photos, start with a framework. This framework includes your budget and mortgage pre-approval, your must-haves, nice-to-haves, and deal-breakers, a clear search plan including location, commute, school preferences, and lifestyle fit, and finally, a list of your top priorities. A structured approach keeps you focused on what truly matters, not just what looks good online. It's also important to remember that no house is perfect. Focus on your top priorities, and be flexible on the rest. Location is the one thing you can't change after you buy. So this is the first set of criteria to evaluate. This evaluation category includes 6 elements. First is the commute. How close is the property to your workplace, school, or other places you frequent? With I-95 running through Harford County, there is great access to Baltimore and other economic hubs. Next is proximity to amenities. Consider whether there are grocery stores, restaurants, parks, or other essential services nearby. This may be more of a factor in rural areas. You'll also want to consider the neighborhood's vibe and safety. Does the area feel comfortable and match your lifestyle? Consider driving the area during mornings, evenings, and weekends. Schools is a big one. Even if you won't use the schools, they influence resale value. Next is taxes and HOA fees. Research the annual property taxes and any homeowners association fees. These are ongoing costs you need to budget for. For example, in Harford County, residents of the towns of Aberdeen, Bel Air, and Havre de Grace have their own property taxes beyond the county taxes. The last location element is future development. Projects like new shopping centers, widened roads, or future subdivision growth can affect quality of life and long-term value. Consider checking with the county about planned developments or infrastructure projects. This part of the evaluation process is critical, because location is the can't-change factor. The second evaluation category includes core components of the home that are expensive to repair or replace. A thorough home inspection is essential for a detailed report, but you should still check for these things yourself during a showing. Again, this evaluation category includes 6 elements. First is the foundation and structure. Large cracks in the walls, ceilings, and exterior can be a sign of foundation or structural issues. Windows and doors that don't close properly or sloping floors can also be signs. Next is the roof. Ask about the age and condition of the roof, and look for signs of water penetration. Replacing a roof is a major expense. Next is HVAC and water heater. Find out the age of the furnace, air conditioner, and water heater. Note their condition, and look for signs of rust or wear. For the plumbing, turn on the faucets and flush the toilets to check water pressure. Look for any signs of leaks or water damage under sinks. You'll also want to evaluate the electrical system. Check for a modern electrical panel, and make sure there are enough outlets in each room. Note the age of the wiring, as older homes may have outdated systems like knob and tube. The last element for this evaluation category is windows and doors. Check for drafts, and make sure windows and doors open, close, and lock properly. The structures and systems category helps to understand how much risk you're taking on with the home. The next evaluation category, interior and layout, includes things you can modify, but you should consider the time, effort, and money required. Let's go through the 7 elements. Layout and flow. Ask yourself, does the floor plan work for your lifestyle? Do the rooms feel spacious and functional? Bedrooms and living space. Does the home have the number of rooms you need for your family and guests? Does the room placement work for you? Kitchen and bathrooms. Are the kitchen and bathrooms updated, or will they require a costly renovation? Storage. Is there enough closet space, pantry storage, and garage or attic space for your needs? Flooring and walls. Look for any signs of minor water damage, worn-out flooring, or small cracks. While cosmetic, costs for new paint and flooring can add up. Natural light. Note how much natural light each room gets. This can significantly impact the feel of a home. Odors. Be wary of strong smells from pets, smoke, or mildew. A musty smell can be a sign of a larger water or mold problem. Interior and layout items aren't deal breakers for everyone, but they help us assess how much work the home will eventually need. The last evaluation category is exterior and landscaping. Buyers sometimes overlook the outside of the home, but it matters. Let's go through the 4 elements. Curb appeal. Consider how the property looks from the road. What is your first impression of the house? Is the landscaping well maintained? Drainage. Check if the yard slopes away from the foundation to prevent water from entering the basement or crawl space. Yard size and usability. Consider whether the yard fits your needs for recreation, gardening, or pets. Does it provide any privacy from your neighbors? Driveway, garage, and parking. Is there enough space for your vehicles and storage? This can be especially important in townhome communities. Like the previous category, some of these can be changed, but drainage problems, for example, get expensive fast. Once you've seen more than a few properties, they start to blend together. An organized way to track your impressions keeps the process clear and prevents decision fatigue. Here are some tips to consider. Number 1. Create a master list. Before you even start viewing properties, make a master list of your must-haves, nice-to-haves, and deal-breakers. This will serve as your guiding framework. Number 2. Make a checklist or use a spreadsheet. For each property you visit, have a printed checklist or a digital spreadsheet. Number 3. Use a scoring system. Assign a simple scoring system, like a 1 to 5 rating scale, for each item on your checklist. This makes it easier to compare properties objectively later on. Number 4. Take photos and videos. Your mind will start to blur the details of each house. If you have permission from the listing agent, take photos and short videos to reference later. Be sure to label them clearly with the property address. And number 5. Record your initial feelings. Immediately after leaving a property, write down your gut reaction. Does this house feel right? These emotional responses can be just as important as the objective data. Your first instinct is often an honest one, and balancing emotional reaction with structured evaluation leads to the best decisions. Throughout the house hunting process, your agent will be evaluating properties too. Your agent will look at recent comparable sales, the condition relative to price, neighborhood trends, days on market signals, where the home sits within the community, and long-term resale considerations. Values can vary dramatically from street to street. Having professional analysis on each showing helps you avoid overpaying or taking on hidden risk. Thanks for watching. House hunting strategically will ensure you find a home that checks all the right boxes. Everything we covered in this video, and the entire Maryland home buying process, is laid out step by step in my Homebuyer's Handbook. If you'd like a copy, head over to johnbarczak.com, go to the contact section, and message me for a free PDF of the handbook. I'm happy to send it your way. In the next video, we'll talk about how to prepare a strong, competitive offer on the house you found. And if you're planning to buy or sell in Maryland, especially in or around Harford County, I'd love to help. Don't forget to subscribe for more real estate insights, and have a great day.